Hi guys, welcome to Just Trying to Help a Sister Out, the video series where I talk to the women about what's on the minds of men. And in this video, I want to talk about women with no substance. Now, a few weeks ago, I went for a singles program in church, and at some point, the men were separated from the women for breakout sessions. And in the men's breakout session, there was a guy who stood up and asked a question. He said, how do men who are upwardly mobile, who earn well, who are attractive, and most of the time ready to settle down, how do they find women with substance, women with depth? Because according to him, what a lot of men in this category tend to find is really attractive women, and the physical attraction actually does draw in the men. But what tends to happen is that further down the road, these men realize that they don't have anything in common with these women. Because they can't hold intellectual conversations with them. These women lack depth and substance, according to this guy. And while there's a lot to be said about his question, for one, it's not just a guy thing. I know lots of women who have the same problem finding men with substance. But while it's controversial and it's a bit dicey, there is a lot of truth to it. I do know a lot of guys who meet really attractive girls. Really attractive girls are available, but it's hard to find really attractive girls who are also intellectual, who have substance, who have depth, and don't just talk about things on the surface. So anyway, in this video, I want to talk about, or I want to share a few tips rather, on how women can make themselves more attractive intellectually or conversationally. Yes, I know it's a weird one, but we'll do it anyway. So here it goes. Before I go on, please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. Number one, find out what your thing is. Now, I find it a bit weird that some people don't know what their thing is. And what I mean by this is, you know how sometimes at networking events or at a job interview, they ask you, what can you talk about for 30 minutes passionately? Whatever it is that you can talk about passionately for that amount of time, or maybe shorter or longer, that is your thing. That is what you're passionate about. By knowing what your thing is, by identifying it, it makes you more interesting. It makes you also self-aware. And when you meet a guy and you're trying to find common ground while having a conversation, you can easily talk about your thing, and it lets him know that you're passionate about something, and it will work in your favor. Number two, ask him questions about his thing. Now, men love talking about things that they're passionate about, be it their car or their favorite gadget or their job or their favorite football team. By you asking a guy questions about things he's passionate about, he's excited, and it also serves as a bit of a foundation for your relationship, because you can learn more about that thing that he told you about, and it would be conversation or topics for more conversations further down the road. Now, currently I'm reading Michelle Obama's book, Becoming. Awesome book, by the way. And in it, she talked about how she first met her husband, Barack Obama, and how she was fascinated by the work he did earlier in life as a community organizer. Now, in that role, what he did was to rally support and rally funds for politicians working at the community and at the local level. And it was something he was really good at. The role fascinated Michelle Obama. It was something that she had little or no knowledge about. But you could also tell that Barack Obama enjoyed educating her on what he did in that role. Pick it up, read it. For those of you who've read it, you know how the story goes. But yeah, basically, ask the guy questions about things that he's passionate about. Number three, know a little bit about different things. Now, you know how some people say you should know a little bit about everything? I personally think that's a bit of a tall order. Instead, you can decide to just know a little bit about a few different things. And some good ones are the economy, or politics, or sports, or tech. And you don't even need to be like a guru in these areas. All you need to know is just maybe like the key players or the current happenings and affairs in these areas. Enough for you to hold an intellectual and stimulating conversation. Number four, read books. These days, the only reading that a lot of people do is just on their phones. And it's not necessarily Medium or Reddit. It's more captions and comments on Instagram. Do you know how people tend to think that people who read are smart and intelligent? Well, it's because they are. Because when you read, especially if you read widely, you gain lots of information and knowledge, most of the time subconsciously. And this is knowledge and information that you can share on a date. And by doing so, you have stimulating and interesting conversation, and you end up looking like you have lots of substance to you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Number five, support a cause. There's a common perception that people who are, shallow or who lack substance are only into themselves. They don't think about the greater world or the greater community around them. So by picking a cause to support, be it supporting orphanages or pursuing social justice, or if you're like me, recycling, then you might want to pick up, a cause or something that, shows that you're a human being, and it will work in your favor because it shows that you are aware of your community or the world around you. And that's always a good thing to find out about a person. Now, if you guys want to start recycling, I really encourage that you do so because it's a simple and small way that we can help our environment and help our planet. All you need to do is just gather up your plastics every week or every 2 weeks or every month. It's really up to you. And then take them to one of these recycle centers. Now, the ones I use are Recyclers and Recycle Points. I will leave their information on the screen or in the description box below. Well, that's it, ladies. 5 tips on how to become a woman of substance and how to have deeper, more meaningful conversations with high quality men. And like I said at the beginning of this video, this is a problem not just for men, but for women as well. A lot of women would like more men to have a bit more depth to them. So these tips really are for everyone. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I don't know why you're not. Please hit the subscribe button just below this video. I do videos like this and on personal finance weekly. So yeah, have a look around on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been awesome. I will see you in the next one. Take care. When this video started, there was a purple light popping on the background. It's not there anymore. I'm very upset by that. I don't know how to remedy that situation, but I'm very upset because at the beginning of the video, there was a purple light. Now,